first I thought, because there's a gap there where the gasket doesn't sit right. I don't know if you can see it. At first I thought maybe it was impacted with the crash, and that's why I was wearing like a little bit of like shit. But that's not the case. The shit just doesn't sit flush. And some of the O-rings were jacked up here because, see, in this design you actually get in air through these ports, and that's why these bolts have holes through them, and that gives air to each one of your heads. Basically, right? But then this shit's not sitting flush, so it's missing like a thicker gasket maybe. And I think without this bracket here, it would actually sit flush. So I figured that this shit was missing. Whoever installed it or whatever was missing the O-rings that go in between this metal and this metal, which is what holds the throttle body. And there's also an O-ring in between here and an O-ring in the back of this head, and it's recessed to have the O-rings. It only had the ones here, and they were actually ripped. You can see here, whoever installed it fucking put them crooked, and they bit, and they were fucking jacked up. So I replaced those, put new ones over here, and then in between, it must have had a spacer they didn't install or whatever, but that gap was whack. So you see that chrome part is the fucking base of this filter, which fits in between there, and now it has like a double filter, I guess. I don't think it should impede any fucking flow, but it already runs better. I really wish I had a more fucking factory looking air cleaner that would cover more from getting rainwater and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because even though this is performance oriented, if you think this gives you any type of performance advantage, you probably have a bigger problem than that. Said my friend, rest in peace, Lieutenant Dan. He ain't got no legs. Anyway, yeah, that shit don't really fucking make a difference. You don't get no fucking horsepower from having it exposed like that, you know what I'm saying? And you do get water in it like a motherfucker. Now it's got double filter. It's got a little tiny filter inside, that filter on the outside, and no gaps. Fucking vacuum leaks, unnecessary bullshit this guy had going on. 6 over with a rake. $1,200 and 1,600 and change. Cubic inches equals. Because you know inches is an American. Gonna do some electric work on Roberta here. Change up the lights. I just purchased this thing. Smokes a lot. It runs okay. We'll see what we do with it. 74 Chevrolet Square Body. Honestly, this is what I live for. Dragging home like derelict motherfucking vehicles like the Square. This bitch is sexy. Cheyenne model. 1974. This guy's going slow, but I ain't trying to pass him, you know what I'm saying? Just living low at the Hot Rat Farm, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, my brother. This bitch drives beautifully. 1974. I feel like I'm from 1974, to be honest. Probably like 1969, you know what I'm saying? Ya vamos llegando a Polvos, mijo. Qué pinche rollo con el pollo, Se llama La Piola esta pinche troca. Piola, piola, piola. She made it to the hood. Ain't gonna chant victorious yet, but hell yeah, my brother. Entering the Polvos. Un vato. Polvos. I just can't live life without owning a Square Body, to be honest. I mean, there's that fucking cab there, but it's not rolling a little OBS. But yeah, so I bought this thing today. She drives beautifully. I'm in love. I don't like those turbine wheels. I like those turbine wheels, but not on this vehicle. And I gotta color match that fucking tailgate, but hell yeah, my brother. Her name is Piola. Se llama La Piola. ¿De la moto se la dejé prendida? Ah, ya va a irlo Berta, mijo. A ver si prende. A ver, deja que se cargue, si no va a valer verga. Vamos a poner una pinche de Bruce Lee nuevo. Está encabronada. Está encabronada. This tinted LED is supposed to have all the functions. Tail lights, brake lights, lights display light. And I'm here wiring in a Roberta. Got a gang of shit going on. I'm putting this fucking protective shit for the tire. Hell yeah, man. I've done a shitty job in keeping you guys updated on this rat rod. This round rod to give it the shape here, and then fill this in because all this whole piece was missing and this whole radius, so I had to remake it and pretty much fill this in now after all this was replaced. It's all new metal, and then after that I'm gonna just all grind it down and fucking fill it. But yeah, I gotta remake the whole shit because this was all missing. No shit. It's pretty solid. It's got a few issues here and there, but nothing too major. For sure those mirrors don't belong on it. I think the ones that it should have on it are inside the cab. It also came with a sport bumper, but I kinda like that bumper. I don't know. We'll see. So I end up putting that fucking touring bike one-up seat. It looks big as fuck on it, but I'll be alright. It's pretty fucking comfortable. I'm gonna run the Corbin. This is a Corbin. It's off a fucking 79 shovel, according to the guy that sold it to me. But I think it's gonna go good on the Sportster. Even though the pillion seats are kind of cracked here a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be alright. It's gonna be all golden. Just gotta figure it out. Tell me you didn't hear that fucking starter screech. Of course I had to go jump on these fucking 5x5 steels with a fucking dog dish. Missing the dog dishes here for these steel saws. Hey! Don't be doing that, Zurda. I'm also here now on the hunt for some rally caps because I'm gonna drill out these turbines and have these make them Chevrolet turbines. Elusive Chevrolet turbines. Yeah, so that's a GMC, pretty much a burner and shit. But I gotta find some Chevy ones. But I'm gonna put them on these turbines on the OBS. By fact, I think they belong on. She's going a long way.